Hi y'all, it's me. I'm here with a project share and a small tutorial for you on how I created these. And what these are little boxes that you can send in Happy Mail. You can put bows, flowers, ephemera, treats, whatever you'd like in them. They're really cute and just something different to add to your Happy Mail. Of course, they can be decorated for any holiday. I've done these for Halloween. I've made these a long time ago, but I don't think I ever posted some. Not these, but I made some other ones. And so let me just show you what they are. They're these boxes that they're really easy to put together. You decorate them how you'd like. It has a Velcro closure, and as you can see, there's pretty good amount of space in there to add some goodies. You could put a die if it's small enough, whatever. So you can use your imagination. You can add ribbons, you can add dangles, you can add whatever you want. I just wanted to give you the basic concept and then you can run with it from there. Here's another one I did. And as you can see, it's the same, just has the cute little paper on the inside. One thing you do need to be mindful of when you're doing these is the direction of your paper. If it's directional paper, it seems to have to go on the inside always because of the folding. It will come out upside down if you do that. So the directional paper should always probably be on the inside, but still super cute. And this one, I added a little pumpkin bell, and what I did was I took my crocodile and punched a hole in the side and then added a garment pin so I could attach the bell. And again, this one is just opens like that. Of course, if you use non-directional paper, it doesn't matter where it goes at that point. So let me show you what this is and how I came about these, and then we can go from there. So I purchased these on Amazon, and I purchased them a long time ago. In fact, now they're saying unavailable, at least for this company. But you can research this measurement in plastic boxes, or you can search A2 card boxes, plastic card boxes, and you'll find them that way. I'm going to link some down below that I found at clearbags.com, and you get 25. I think they were $15. I don't know for sure, but look around because you may find them better price, cheaper. I don't know. Maybe even Ali and Timu have them. I'm not really sure. But anyway, what they are they are boxes to send in your A2 cards, and they look like this. So there's a top end and a bottom end. So from each one of these, you're able to make two of these little boxes. You can make two. So the first thing I want to do before there's a film on here, and I don't want to remove it just yet. I want to kind of go over this with you. The opening of the box from this piece to this piece is about 6 inches. So in order to make the two boxes, we have to cut this in half. And I'm just going to kind of put it at the 3 and maybe an 1/8. I'm going to mark it just with a little dot so I can know where I'm going to have to cut this. And so I'm going to just put a little dot there on the edge. I don't think you can see that very well, but it's there, enough for me to see it anyhow. And we're going to bring over our paper trimmer, and we're going to, hold on, I will bring it over, and we're going to cut this in half at that mark that I showed you. And basically you could do this, if you could see here, you could kind of see where that edge is. You could put it there yourself. Just line it up at the 3 mark, or just after the 3, and then you just cut it like that. So now I have 2 boxes that I can play with, and I'm going to take the box, and on my box, I don't know how yours will be, but mine has a plastic film on them that has to be removed, and it's easier to see it once you, well, in my case, I think it's easier. It's not always easy to see. Let's just put it that way. There are some score lines that you'll have to fold on to get the box to its shape. I think my film is here. Yes. So it comes with this filming thingy that you need to pull off. Otherwise, your box will look kind of dull and not so shiny. So now you have your shiny little box there. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to kind of adjust it, get your folds done, make sure all the the little tabs things are folded in, and these crease marks that are on the box, you want to make sure they're folded. Oops, I'm sorry. You want to make sure they're just folded so that they start to do what you need them to do. Now, I personally like to put a little adhesive on here, and so that when I put it in the box, the base will not fall out. So I'm going to turn it over so that the flap side is facing me, and I'm going to put a strip of tape on here, just like that, just something to hold this in place. And then I'm going to remove the backing somehow. You know how this is when you're on camera, the adhesive doesn't want to cooperate. Once you get that, then just want to tuck it into your box there so that you can make sure that it will stay in place and not come out when you load it with whatever you're loading it with. Just reach in there and give it a good little press. Now you have your box portion. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of paper that measures 4.5 by 5.5, and I've already cut my paper for this project. I'm going to bring over my scoreboard so that we can score this together. Oh, and just a tip, if you have a scoreboard that has these numbers that you can't hardly see, if you get some acrylic paint and you just kind of rub it on there and then wipe it off, it'll leave the numbers highlighted so you could see them better. It's good for people who can't see well like me. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our 4.5 by 5.5, and the 5.5 doesn't really matter. It only depends on how far you want your flap to come down, so that can change if you want. I'm using 5.5 for my measurement. I'm going to go ahead and lay this on the scoreboard on the 5.5-inch side, and I'm going to score this at 3 right here, and then 3 5/8, which is 1 mark. Here, I'll show you. 1 mark after the half, okay? 3 5/8. So that's going to be the only scoring you have to do. And now on this piece, the piece that's going to face outward, the one like this, I'm going to add another piece of score tape right here along this edge, but before the crease line. You see there's those two lines. I'm going to lay it right here before that crease line, and this is so I can adhere this to the box so that it doesn't come out as well once I put this together. So that's basically all you have to do. You fold and burnish on your score lines just like that. Pull off your double-sided backing, and then you're going to drop it into the box that you happened to prepare earlier, and you just put it in there. And you want to make sure that you line up this top edge with that top edge of the box. Looks complicated, but it really isn't. It's very easy. Once you get going on these, you can make a whole bunch. And then you simply have your little box, and I bet I didn't bring my Velcro. I bet I didn't bring my Velcro. I didn't, but it's okay. We can just move along. And then pretty much that's it. There's your little decorated box, and then you can further embellish it. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use some pom-pom trim because I was thinking it would be cute with pom-pom trim. So let's cut this. I'm going to lay this down, and of course you want to put your Velcro on. I just don't know what I didn't know why I didn't bring any. I'm just going to run a bead of glue on here and get my pom-pom trim lined up here, right like that. And then I'm going to get my scissors and trim off the edge because I think it's hanging over just a tad bit right there. So now you have your little pom-pom trim on your box, and then the next thing you want to do is you want to add, I'm going to add in my shred right at this minute because that kind of helps from the box to want to keep pushing in. It kind of gives it a little stability down in there. So just throw some shred down in there, whatever you have that you want to put down in there. Not that it's necessary, but you just something you could do. And then we're going to take the element, and I have this one that I want to use on this one. And I put some foam squares on it so that this would be ready for us. And I'm going to lay that right about there. And then I am going to take my wet glue, and I'm going to use it. You could use your, what do you call it, tape for this as well. But I'm just going to use wet glue for this. And this is a little banner from KS Craft that I got recently. And now I'm going to set that down there and let that dry. And then the last thing I want to add to mine is a little bow that it matches the paper of the interior of this box. And I'm going to stick that right there. Again, you could decorate these however you like. Come up with whatever ideas you like. Just remember you need a Velcro, unlike me who didn't have a Velcro. And then when they open it up, you see the bow there matches the inside bow. So it's pretty cute. So there you go. If you have any questions, please ask. It's a very simple project. And again, you can get 2 boxes out of one of the A2 card holders. And then you'll be able to create all these fun little boxes for your friends, for their treats. You can, again, use them any holiday, any occasion. They'd even be cute table favors at a party. So just let your mind go with it. And until next time, do what makes you happy. Bye for now.